Great.
Good. Excellent. So I guess before I start, I kind of just want to get a little sense from who's here. How many people own their own business here? Okay. How many people work for someone who owns their own business? Okay, good. That's fine. I didn't plan that question. Weird to ask it. So I guess let's just show a show of hands. How many people who have their own business or work for a business are very active on social media? Like all day, posting. All day. No, I mean just not every day. It's a daily practice for you.
Daily.
Okay, that's good. Now, how many people are sort of moderately active? You kind of check it once in a week or once in a while. Okay. And then how many people are like social media? Am I even in the right seminar? Or is this? What are we talking? Okay. So anybody that's not at all involved with social media for the business. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to kind of go through some things, and I'm just going to, at any point, if you have any questions, feel free to stop me. I want to make sure everybody's clear. If you don't understand something, feel free to say, hey, can you explain that? And I'll do my best. There's so many things regarding social media, so many different types of schools of thought, so I'm just going to kind of cover what I know, and if you have anything to add, feel free to do that. Okay. So just a little background. So I work for a company, just to kind of give you a sense, it's called Main Street Hub. We're the largest social media management company in the world right now, so for small businesses. We actually have over 5,000 clients that we work with. So we're really good at, obviously, what we do. We actually just were recently, they call us 73rd fastest growing company in the United States right now. So we're really proud of that. But I want to start off by asking a question. Does anybody know who this guy is? You can't really see, I guess it's probably because of the lighting, but...
Looks like an actor.
Okay. This is not South America. This is not Borat. This is not Ali G. This is actually, his name is Simon Pagno. Now, does anybody know what the Indy 500 has to do with this crepe shop? They make crepes. Does anybody have any idea how these two things can be correlated? No. No? Okay. Well, it turns out somebody from this crepe shop sent Simon Paginod and one of his teammates that race in the Indy 500, they sent him a tweet. They sent him a tweet and said, Simon Paginod, Ryan Eversley, are you craving crepes? Come by, try ours, we're right in the city market. Okay, so this business actually reached out to an individual and engaged with that person on Twitter. Okay? Now, what happened after that is kind of going to make history. Okay? So this guy sent, somebody at this crepe shop reached out to this guy, this Indy 500 famous race car driver. Turns out this guy, Ryan, actually responded and said, uh-oh, Simon, I see a crepe sponsorship in your future. Okay? Now, that's pretty powerful, right? Because Simon actually responded and said, wouldn't that be awesome? Crepe ambassador, right?
Ryan's a driver also?
Ryan's also a driver. Okay. They're both Indy 500 race car drivers. Okay? I believe they're teammates.
Okay.
Okay. So, probably thought this was a joke, right? Well, guess what? The crepe shop, they responded. They said, ha ha ha, we'd be happy to make you our crepe ambassador. And he says, why not? Okay? Now a day later, they said, before we can make you a crepe ambassador, you have to come try our crepes first.
Sure.
Okay? So they struck up a conversation with this person. Okay? Now before you know it, it's all over the media. Okay? So it started to go viral, and it turns out he went the next day and made crepes at the crepe shop. Okay? Not only that, it was filmed, right? And it became a huge publicity thing, right? Now, nobody knew of this little crepe shop. Nobody had any idea of this little crepe shop because they're just a small little local business, right? But they engaged with a celebrity, and the celebrity actually responded, right? Now you can see, just from this one tweet, you know how many people that one tweet reached? Almost 200,000 from one tweet. So social media is not going anywhere. It's not a fad. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's here to stay, and it's really on all the business owners to kind of use it to their advantage. Okay, so that's really what the talk is about. And kind of go through some statistics. Now, you know, when you're working in a small business, there's certain things that you need to do to get your name out there, right? Now, when you think of marketing in general, a lot of people now are really focused on online, right? Online marketing, SEO, you know, search engine marketing, Google Ads, pay-per-click, all that stuff, right? 7 out of the top 8 things that determine search engine ranking are social. Number 1 is your Google Plus page. Why? Because Google Plus is part of Google, right? So obviously they're going to make sure Google Plus is the number 1 search result, right? And that is the number 1 search result for local businesses. Now number 2 is Facebook shares, right? So if you have people engaging with your Facebook page, that's going to improve your ranking, right? Also, obviously, number of backlinks is not necessarily related to social, but then also Facebook total in general, so all the sum of the activity for Facebook, right? Also Facebook comments, Facebook likes, Pinterest tweets. So when you think of it like this, they both go hand in hand, right? Social media and search engine optimization, because when you're typing in a local business, unless you're like searching for like the best type of grill for your barbecue, most people are using these sites to find something local. They're looking for a sushi restaurant in Manhattan, or a chiropractor in Hoboken, or a dentist in White Plains, whatever it is, right? So that's what people are searching for. Now, local SEO is much different, right? So local SEO is somebody's on their iPhone or their smartphone, right? Now, the number 1 and number 2 pages that get shown first. If somebody, how many people have an iPhone? Okay. How many people have an Android phone? Now, both put all your hands up together. That's everybody in the room. Okay? So, if somebody's doing a search locally on their Android phone, the first result that comes up is your Google Plus page. Why? Because Android is owned by Google, right? So obviously they're going to show the Android's going to show the Google result first, right? And Apple actually has a partnership with Yelp, right? So they're going to showcase when somebody uses Siri, all that information, or new BMWs, a lot of like expensive cars have that search function, and all that information comes from Yelp. So if you're not on Yelp, there's actually 120 million monthly users on Yelp. So I don't think any business wants to rule out 120 million potential customers, right?
Yeah, what if you don't have like a brick and mortar? What if you're like...
I'm going to kind of go over that. So obviously, there's, okay, let me just pause here. How many people have a brick and mortar business? Like you actually have a physical location where people are coming into and receive, doing some sort of service. Okay, and then how many people are not brick and mortar? Okay, so about half and half. Okay, so I'm gonna specifically target some certain things that will work really well for brick and mortar, and then also things that are working really well for non-conventional type businesses. Okay, thank you. Yeah, great question. Now, 10 years ago, people found out about local businesses in the Yellow Pages. Right? You pull out a book, right? You flip through the Yellow Pages. You looked under D for dentist or C whatever, for R for real estate. But now people are on these sites, Yelp and Google Plus. Right? Now referrals, they used to come from real people talking to each other. But now all of that word of mouth is happening online. Right? So if I saw a great movie and I post it to my Facebook page, all my friends are going to be much more likely to see that movie because they're friends of mine. And they trust my opinion, right? So this is much different than more of conventional advertising because it's more credible, right? You're dealing with actual people. Nobody paid anybody to say this stuff. And then if you get your regulars coming back, you send direct mailers or coupons, things like that. But now people just literally have the internet at the palm of their hands, and at any point they can say, Siri, I want a cheeseburger. And Siri will say, well, there are 5 places that have cheeseburgers within 1 mile of you, right? So it's very easy for people to find what they're looking for, and then your average reach used to be a couple hundred people, and now there's people that actually have thousands of friends on Facebook, right? Not like they really know any of these people, but you know, they do actually have those people. So, and how many people have used these sites before? Okay, majority, right? People aren't going on these websites for fun. They're going on these sites because they're about to spend money somewhere. And they're going to spend it with you or the competition, right? So it's very important that you be a part of that conversation, which is why 90% of people, they go on these sites before they make a buying decision, right? So you want to make sure that obviously you're a part of that conversation. Now these are just some of the importance of obviously managing customer review sites. So when I say customer review sites, I'm talking about the main ones, which is Yelp and Google+. Obviously, it's not advertising, right? So it's a conversation which makes it more credible, right? Now, businesses can respond to feedback, you can increase customer service, get new ideas for products and services, you know, promote specific brands, run specials to entice customers to do business with you, and act now, spread word of mouth through friend-to-friend recommendations, stay top of mind, right? And encourage repeat business. Cultivate relationships with your target market, and then increase customer trust and brand loyalty. That's all just from social media. Okay, so these are very functional tools that businesses can use to grow their business. Now, social media, this is where friends of your current customers are going to find out what they're saying about you. And even in the moment they're visiting you. So like if you have a brick and mortar business, people can check in to your business. Right? They can notify all their friends that they're at your business right now. Okay? Which is why 80% of people are more likely to buy from a friend's recommendation than any other source. That's pretty important, right? And then just some facts about social media. You know, the ones that really I like to highlight here are 80% of customers say they're more likely to try new things based on a suggestion made in social media. And then this one here is really powerful. 65% of business owners are using social media, said to help them stay engaged with their current customers, and 61% said they gained new customers. That's a huge percentage, almost half, over half. Okay. So, if you're like most businesses, there's a few ways you make money, right? You make money from new customers, right? Also, referrals, right? Friends and friends, friends and family, and then also regulars. So you want people that currently use you to keep using it over and over again, right? Now, there's a way to actually target each one of these groups using social media. Okay, so I'm going to kind of break it down. How are we doing so far? Is this all? Everybody tracking with me? Yeah, okay, good.
Yes.
Great. So new customers. Now, new customers, specifically, they want to know what your reputation is. Before they choose you, they want to make sure that you're the best, and or for whatever reason, that you're better than the alternative, right? Now, this is the main way people find out about local businesses, new customers, are through your reputation, right? So, Yelp, Google+. Now, with word of mouth, to get more to get more referrals, that's friends of friends, friends of family, okay? Now, you do that by posting engaging content on Facebook. See, if you can get, the average person has about 245 friends on Facebook. Now, if you can get 10 of them talking about your business, with a well-written post, you could potentially put yourself in front of 2,500 additional people. And that's just based on the way Facebook works. And this isn't just anybody. These are your customers, their friends, their family. Chances are they probably live in the same area. And they probably have similar interests as that person, right? Now, to get your regulars coming back, you stay top of mind, right? So regularly posting engaging content. Okay, now what's engaging? I'm going to kind of show you a couple of things. But before I do, just some raw data on social media. There's 120 million monthly users on Yelp. 400 million active users on Google+. There's 5 billion posts on Facebook per day. There's 1.6 billion people that have a Facebook account. That's 1 out of every 6 people on the planet, which is kind of sickening. There's people that have Facebook, and their main road in their town isn't even paved, okay? Which means you've got to be on these sites. And then obviously Twitter, there's 5,700 tweets per second. And then Foursquare, it's actually a built-in loyalty program, which a lot of businesses use to create loyalty. I'm going to kind of show you a little bit about that in a second. So the average person has about 245 friends, right? So what Facebook is it actually bridges the gap between the business and the consumer, right? Because Facebook is one of the largest media outlets in the world, right? If not the largest media outlet in the world. Local businesses can connect to their customers, and then their customers then branch out times 245 people. So if you've got 100 fans on your Facebook page, you have access to 25,000 potential people, right? So, which means you really want to make sure that you're engaged on these media platforms, especially since, we're going to talk about this in a second, how many people pay for likes? Pay for likes on Facebook.
Like,
Pay for likes meaning like you're basically buying Google, I mean you're doing Facebook ads and things like that. Okay.
I've never done it, but I know it's like very popular.
Okay, yeah. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second when I go into some critiques, but here's the thing. With Facebook posts, you can see here you can build engagement, right? He'll rock your face off, right? Jimmy Cage. It's Nicolas Cage, right? But they superimposed this picture on Jimmy, what?
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah, Jimi Hendrix.
No, Jimmy Page.
Oh, is it Jimmy Page? But yeah, okay, they put this picture on here. But you can see here, 48 people shared that post. The statistic is people are more likely to engage with branded content on social media that contains pictures. Right? So you want to create pictures because people don't read anymore. They don't know how to read. That's an insight. Okay, so you can also go beyond engagement. Okay, so obviously you can generate testimonials, okay, off a Facebook page. Now this is very important for non-brick and mortar businesses because you want to enhance your credibility. Because a testimonial is like a 5-star review, right? It's a perfect way to kind of show you've earned your client's trust, right? Now getting a testimonial and showcasing them, it's a lot of work, right? So you can see here, you can actually see if you had just 30 seconds to recommend this to a friend, what would you say? It's perfectly harmless, right? Somebody says, you know, you gotta check this place out, blah, blah, blah. And you can actually engage that person in real time and say, thank you so much for leaving that comment. Would you mind leaving a testimonial? Right? So you can actually pick out people that are wanting to engage with you and encourage them to write a testimonial. Right? Now, also you can shout out local customers, so people that have brick and mortar or businesses, or actually people that don't necessarily have a brick and mortar business can also get a Yelp page. Just because you don't actually have a physical location where customers are coming in and out of, doesn't mean that you can't create a Yelp page, which is very important because it's actually another outlet to give you more credibility and also, again, improves your search engine ranking. Okay, so thank you for your wonder review, DM, and he actually, you can see it's Yelp.com, but he actually they reposted that that review on Facebook, right? So again, you're getting more engagement. Now, what else you can do is you can kind of obviously target new customers. Now, this is something that's very cool, okay? How many people know what a hashtag is? Okay, good. So you can actually scan Twitter and search for people that are talking about things relevant to your business. Okay? This guy, grumble, grumble, toothache. So there's literally people out there in New York, in your area, that are talking about things relevant for your business. Now, this dentist, ouch, I hope that's troublesome. Let us know if we can help in any way. That's it. He booked an appointment. Okay? So this is not some, social media isn't some like passive thing, right, where you just let people do stuff. You can engage people in real time and bring them into your business. I don't usually rave about health or dental care, but hot damn, the folks at this dental office are incredible. Okay? Thanks for the shout out. Now she could actually go one step further. Thanks, Mo Lightning. Would you mind leaving us a review on Yelp? Would you mind would you mind if we posted a testimonial on Facebook? Right? So now you're recycling all of this great interaction. You're putting it across all these platforms. Yeah.
How did the doctor respond to the original tweet? Was he part of the circle, or did he?
No. So you can, anytime there's a hashtag, it's searchable. Right? So that's what people use hashtags for, because you can actually search for people that are talking about things that are what you're looking for. So it could be hashtag back pain, or hashtag new house, or hashtag whatever, right? And if you're looking for that type of thing, you know how to pick it up, you can actually engage with those people in real time and invite them to use you for their business.